Hey, it's your girl AC coming to you with another video. This video is dedicated to my boo Amber because she requested this movie review. I was gonna do it anyway, but she asked about it, so here we go. I went to see Dark Phoenix. First of all, excuse the background if you hear some screaming and stuff like that, because Halloween is on. So whatever it is, what it is. So I went to see Dark Phoenix. For those of you who don't know, that's the X-Men movie. I've seen about 5,000 previews for this movie. Every time I go to the movies, they showing a preview for this movie. Like, finally this movie is coming out, and it better be good, because there was a lot of previews. I will say I enjoyed the movie more than I thought I would. The storyline went a little bit different than I thought it was going to go. I can't say I've seen all the X-Men movies. Maybe I have, and I don't remember. I was a little confused because from what I can remember, none of these people that are in the X-Men have been in the X-Men. So I'm like, is this like kind of like a younger version of the X-Men? I don't know. Like I said, don't quote me on that because I haven't seen all the X-Men movies. But I recognize that a lot of these people were not in any X-Men movie I saw. So it gives you the background of the girl. Her name is Jean. And Jean has these powers, you know, where she can make things happen with her mind. Of course, like most X-Men stories, there's some tragic event or something that happens, and her powers get discovered, and Xavier takes her to the school, and he tells her he's gonna take care of her. Fast forward, there's some mission, the space shuttle comes, and they have to save these astronauts because there's this, I forget what they call it, a surge or something that happened in space. And so they go out there to get them. And so they think they've gotten everyone, and then one of the girls says that their captain is somewhere else. So Jean and I don't know the guy's name with the tail that he, like, you know, he can like teleport, he can move real fast. I don't know his name. Like I said, I don't really watch them that much. So they go and they're looking for the guy, but as they're looking, this force is coming closer. So basically she gets engulfed in this force, and they think she's dead, but it doesn't kill her. And that's kind of where her powers intensify. Like, she always had these powers, but coming in contact with this thing kind of intensifies her powers. So, you know, she gets little glimpses. She says, you know, she's feeling good. And in the beginning of the movie, there is a part where you hear her saying, stop it, stop it, stop it. Be quiet, because I guess there's some voices or something that's going on in her head. And that starts to happen again. And she, like, freaks out, and, you know, everybody gets knocked down. And that's the first sign that, you know, something's going on with her. Xavier, because of this, you know, this thing heightening her powers, he can't read her mind. So he's trying to read her mind, so he has to go in his little booth thing, but she's fighting him. She then comes to realize that her father is alive because there was a car accident, and I guess she thought both her parents were dead, but she finds out her father's alive. She goes to find her father. They follow him. She goes to the house. The father lets her in. She's looking at all these pictures, and she realized that her father has all these pictures of him and her mom, but there's no pictures of her. So she's starting to get upset. So he's like, oh, you trying to read my mind? Yes, get into my mind because I want you to know what you did. So apparently Xavier did something to her to make her forget what she did, because she is the reason basically why her mother's dead. So she reads her father's mind, she sees it, she gets upset, and she realizes that she's the one, she's the one that did that. The X-Men, they come to bring her back. She's mad at Xavier because she was like, you used my powers and you lied to me, and she's angry. And that's part of the scene that you see in the previews. Some cops come, and so she starts going crazy, doing some stuff. So Raven is trying to talk to her, and she's like, no, back up, leave me alone. And she's like, we're family, and I'm not afraid of you. And she's like walking, and her powers go crazy, and she kills Raven. Now, before y'all go crazy, like, oh my god, I can't believe you told that she killed Raven. If you've seen the preview as many times as I've seen the preview, they allude to the fact that she kills her. So, whatever. So, she runs away because she's running from the X-Men. She goes and finds Magneto, and they're on some little tropical island. And she still has Raven's blood on her. And he keeps asking her, well, whose blood is that on you? And she doesn't want to tell him. And all of a sudden, the army comes to get her. And her and Magneto are like in this tug of war with this helicopter, because she's asking him, she's like, you used to hurt people, so what made you stop? And he said, well, I used to hurt people because I was hurt, and I felt like it would make me feel better. But no matter how many people I hurt, it never made me feel better, and so I stopped. So that was a little message, hurt people, and you think that you hurting someone is going to make you feel better because they hurt you, and they might temporarily make you feel better, but then it doesn't work. So I guess that was a little message going on there. So basically, she flips out. He tells her, you gotta go. So she has nowhere to go. So then it's like these alien people. And of course, if you've seen the preview, you've seen the little blonde lady. The alien took over her, and they're trying to use her. So Magneto and Beast decided they're gonna go and kill her. Xavier finds out, so they go, to try to save her. There's this whole tug of war, anything, whatever. You get to the point where you think she's gonna kill Xavier, and she starts reading his mind, yada yada yada. Finally, the military gets them all this stuff, and I'm not gonna tell you the end of it, because the end of it was really good, and I think you should watch. Like I said, the movie overall was good. I was surprised. Only the one thing I didn't really like, I wasn't really a fan of Storm, the girl who plays Storm. I don't know if it was her accent or what, but she was just whack to me. She was just whack to me. But the girl that they got to play Jean, she was very good. There was a lot of decent acting going on in that movie. So I say you should check it out. I know you're like, oh, you told us some stuff, but I didn't really get in depth. There's a whole lot of other things that transpire in the movie, but overall it was good. Don't wait till after the credits, because again, I don't know if X-Men movies did that. I know most Marvel movies, they do have things at the end, after the end credits, but I don't know if X-Men ever did. This movie doesn't, so don't sit there and wait. Me and my son was sitting there waiting, and the screen went black, and that was that. So again, overall, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It better have been a good movie, because for all the 3,000 previews you saw, if it would have sucked, it reminded me of that movie, La Llorona. Every time we went to movies, we were seeing preview for months. Preview. To the point that I was like, no, I don't even want to see this movie because I'm sick of seeing these previews. But that movie sucked. From what I didn't go see it, but from what I reviewed, that movie was trash. So, but this movie is good. So, go check it out. I would probably have enjoyed it more if I would have went to see 3D. But my son is not a fan of 3D, so we saw it regular. So if you see it 3D, it'll probably be good because the special effects and all that stuff was pretty good. And that's the end of that. Bye.